in what's growing, New York-based Unifyapps has just raised $50 million in its Series B funding round that was led by WestBridge Capital, with participation from ICONIQ and others to build what it calls the Enterprise Operating System for AI. The company, founded in 2023, says it is helping CIOs turn fragmented Gen AI experiments into scalable, production-grade AI systems. Now, Unifyapps claims that it has over 600% year-on-year revenue growth as enterprises are seeking a unified AI foundation. To take this conversation forward, let me welcome Ragy Thomas, who has come on board as the chairman and co-CEO of the company. Ragy, congratulations on your appointment, and thank you so much for your time here on CNBC-TV18. Most enterprises are still struggling with isolated Gen AI pilots. Start by telling us how Unifyapps practically helps them transition from experimenting to being AI native, and what does that transformation actually look like inside a large organization?
Thank you, Ritu. Let's level set on the problem. 95% of enterprise generative AI pilots and projects are failing, just producing zero business outcomes. That's a problem that we're struggling with. And the reason it fails is because the enterprise AI landscape is very different from the consumer AI landscape. We're all great users of ChatGPT, but when you try to apply LLMs to an enterprise, it fails because, number one, it can't find the data. The data is stuck in siloed systems, hundreds and thousands of them. And when you find the data and act on it, how do you bring it back to the employees and customers where they're currently doing their business? And that's not a trivial task to solve. And that's what Unifyapps does. We have built a platform that connects to over 1,000 enterprise systems that companies use today, and then just drag and drop capabilities to build AI apps and agents that produce real business outcomes.
Well, Ragy, Unifyapps really describes itself as LLM agnostic. Now, in a market where, most startups are tied to one or the other model, whether that is OpenAI, Anthropic, or some other, what is your strategy for staying neutral, and how do you ensure that there is consistent results across these different models?
Well, the key is to make sure that you're using the right model for the right problem. These LLMs are fantastic. They're primarily built and trained on publicly available data. When a business is using it, let's say you're a bank, you really want to tune it up for what your data and your needs are. So the bank will need models that are tuned, and they need to use all the models that are available. And that's why we take an LLM agnostic approach, where you can create a workflow of 20 steps, and 15 of those could use different models that are perfectly suited for what they're supposed to do for that task.
Okay, let's get to that funding then, the $50 million check that you've got. How are you going to deploy it? What will be the focus area? And how big do you believe this market for AI operating systems can become over the next 5 years, which, this capital is going to help you get to?
Well, we have three primary uses of capital that we're going to use it for. Well, number one, we're going to use it to expand the platform. The AI transformation is just starting in the enterprise, and it's going to play out over the next 5 to 10 years. So we are building fast and furious and hiring as quickly as we can on the product side. Number two, we want to expand into new markets. So we're opening up Europe and doubling down on the US, and it's just present salespeople in these markets to sell and service customers. And lastly, we're building a go-to-market foundation that would allow us to build a very large company. The market for AI transformation in the enterprise is going to be very big. The easy way to think about it is it's going to be bigger than the web transformation. And as you know, the digital transformation projects are still underway 30 years later. Every piece of technology that was built before AI is going to get redone for AI.
That's quite a big market that you're talking about there. If you'd like to put any numbers to it. And also, you say the company's grown about 600% year on year, but of course, this is coming on a smaller base, and it is serving global enterprises across sectors. Just give us a future trajectory you have in mind. I mean, is this 600% kind of a growth sustainable? How do you expect it to play out? And, what will really be the bigger drivers across these geographies you're planning to expand to? You said Europe and going deeper in the US as well.
Well, I've been doing this for 30 years across multiple companies. I've never seen market demand and from across geographies like this. Everybody understands the power of AI and the need to transform to become AI native, which is reimagining the business with AI, and the tools are simply not there. So we're on track to grow somewhere between 600 and 900% year on year this year. And I believe it's sustainable for many years to come. So the key is to put in the foundation of go-to-market, of marketing, selling, servicing, and taking care of customers in a way that we don't have to go back and revisit these as we scale up.
All right, sustainable for many years to come, a 600% kind of a growth rate. But Ragy, before we let you go, since you've just taken on this new position at Unifyapps, just tell us briefly how this dual CEO role is going to work. Of course, you're also the chairman. And what, to your mind, as the new leader, should be the top priorities for the company's growth right now?
My co-founder and I have worked together for 14 years. So this is just really coming back and doing what we've done very well. I'm going to be focused on strategy and go-to-market and all the stuff that company needs externally, while Paviter is going to be very focused on building and executing and delivering against this vision that we've set for ourselves, which is very ambitious. And so this is going to be something that we've done very well and we enjoy doing.
Well, Ragy, if I may add, quickly in terms of competition, where you see that and what your moat is going to be. I guess what I'm trying to ask is what your architectural, breakthrough really is that is letting you solve for this unique problem you've identified.
Let's give all the companies a lot of credit for what they're doing. Every enterprise software company today is relabeling themselves as an AI company. We think of those as functional or vertical AI solutions. People are going to bring AI to whatever they do, customer-facing systems, marketing systems, supply chain. That's great. What we're advocating for and what CIOs are buying from Unifyapps is a horizontal AI platform that allows all those other platforms to work together and for CIOs to build AI apps and agents across them. So if you are a retail fast food chain, you really want to build an inventory management and forecasting system across your supply chain, across your point of sale, and across your marketing tools. So if you run a campaign, you're not running out of ingredients and having to take the product off the menu. And that's the secret sauce that we bring. We bring three things. We bring next generation connectivity to over 1,000 existing enterprise systems. We bring a LLM agnostic approach, and we bring a complete platform for data.
Well, Ragy, there was one more clarification I wanted before we finally let you go. You're calling Unifyapps this, what I read as enterprise operating system for AI. I mean, that sounds like a sweeping ambition. In technical and business terms, I mean, just for our ease of understanding, could you break down what that is?
Well, what does an operating system do when you buy a laptop or a phone? What it allows people to do is to build apps and take advantage of all the capabilities that the phone brings or the laptop brings and everything else to work with each other and build on top of each other. That's exactly what we do for the enterprise. You can bring your CRM system, your supply chain system, your marketing, sales, financial tools, all in one place, and then transform them, transcend them, build on top of them, because that's what the AI transformation is truly about.
All right, we're going to have to leave it at that, Ragy. Thanks so much for your time here today and for answering all of our questions, and we wish you the best with this ahead. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Ritu.